Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Hello and welcome to your In.form program right here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and it's that time of year. You know, we've talked about the holidays, we've talked about this, we've talked about various annual events and whatnot, but it wouldn't be another season around or, rotation around the earth if we weren't talking about David Wayne and his Grand Ole Opry with his Wayne His Opry Gang. So without a further ado, we have the singing bugman himself in the studio today. David Wayne, how are you doing today?
No more aggravation.
No.
Frustration. Yes. How are you doing? Good to be here.
Fantastic. And, we haven't seen you in a few months, which, no harm, no foul there. You've been quite busy, releasing songs, getting ready for this next Opry and whatnot. But before I spoil it, what has the last few months been like for you? And, we're going to talk about the Opry, but before, you've got a lot of stuff that has been going on, right?
A lot of stuff. We were, Rochelle and I was invited to play the Tennessee State Fair with the old honky-tonk jukebox guy, Ken Mellons. I'm just an old jukebox junkie,
Yeah.
So we did the Tennessee State Fair, and we had a blast and got my corn dog in. So that was good. And then we're going to be doing some things on a cruise ship. I've never done that before.
Oh.
I'm not, I was an Army guy, not a Navy guy, but it'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. A new adventure. Our country songs are doing really well. They tell me, I brought in the list this morning, the chart there, and it says as of November 8th, we will be on the digital country music single at number 10 and indie country radio music single at number 16. So as of number 8th, or November 8th,
Wow.
we was doing that and rising. So that's good at my age,
That is fantastic. Again, I commend you for being just a local person, local guy, trying to make it big. And again, we were talking off air before we started. At least you're putting yourself out there and trying to make that progress, because a lot of people just stop before they can even get started.
It's really been interesting. And I've been in Atlanta. Some of my friends have seen me in some Atlanta studios. It's really odd. They've got a new thing out called Hip Hop.
Hip-hop.
It's really funny, but you might hear me do some hip-hop down the road. But other than that, just local people, how do you say, helping local people. We're able to help raise some money for, Shared Abundance, and that is really nice. So we do those Opries. The preacher takes a collection, and it's making a difference.
Yeah, and that's what we would always hope. And for those David Wayne fans and extraordinaires, we've got a very nice surprise after the interview concludes here on WBDC. So be sure to stay tuned after we say farewell, because we've got one of his songs to play for you guys, which is super exciting to get to do for you as well.
And that song was written by Terry Kendall and Buck Moore. Buck Moore wrote the song "Paint Me a Birmingham" for Tracy Lawrence. So. Just some crazy things. And before we get started, I better say hi to all the guys in the band. Dean, Gail, Kurt, Isaac, Dottie, Greg, Donnie, Barry, Mackenzie at the Event Center. She has taken Mallory's place, and we miss Miss Mallory, but Miss Mackenzie is stepping up. And hello, Dad and Mom, and my beautiful wife, Rochelle, who I couldn't do anything. Let me reiterate that. I couldn't do anything without her helping. And she does a lot of that back behind-the-scenes stuff. And the Zinc Clan and Ferdinand over there, if you see one this morning, Bobby or, Psycho or Chris, just hit him in the back of the head for me. And the Petrie clan, so that pretty well takes care of the family. The wife had very few cousins.
Yes.
So when we got married, she was really enlightened. We go down the street, and I'm saying, well, let me tell you who this one is. And there's 5 or 6 other cousins with them, So,
right.
Yes.
It's again, the family and the team behind everything that you do is commendable. It's very exciting to kind of see that and be able to share this exciting, it's more of a biannual event for you, or every few months. Earlier I was going to say it kind of feels like every time we do a time change here in Southern Indiana, you guys have an Opry. So it's pretty seasonal. Usually
every 3 or 4 months. I like to get a Christmas show in. This one will be the closest thing I can get, because I think Atwood will do a Christmas song or two, but we do a song called, or he does a song, or we do a song called Marie Laveau. And I can't tell you who Marie is, but my gosh, you don't want to live with it. But it's really good. I mean, they dress the part, and to make some loud shrieks. The first time I came home and seen her in that outfit, I thought somebody broke in the house, you know. But it's really funny stuff. So they got to come see an Opry.
Yes, David Wayne and his Opry Gang. We're looking at this Saturday, November 16th at the Huntingburg Event Center. Again, we've talked briefly, kind of teased the various things that an Opry entails, but what is the Grand Ole Opry for those who have not yet attended? And then again, your very special guest is Tim Atwood, so that's a very tall order in itself, too.
Well, you know, we always take it back to where it started at the when I owned the old Legion building in Huntingburg. There was a restaurant downstairs, the Opry upstairs once a month, and we started getting guys like Tommy Cash, Johnny Cash's brother, of course, and Shotgun Red, who was with us a few times before he passed, and then the others started calling, and when COVID hit, that did it, you know. So I had sold that to Pub and Grub. Then I hooked up with the event center, and that worked out real well. So we've been able to come in there, and we've had Johnny Carver, and of course Tim Atwood does a great job. And but it all started way back then, and with the people that helped put it on. You know, it is a time-consuming thing. That's why, and we don't call it the Grand Ole Opry. We have to call it David Wayne's Opry, and it just grows. You know, we started out up there 120 people, and when we got the event center, a couple of hundred, and then 250, then 300, and I think we set chairs for over 400 yesterday. So It is growing. They're coming from all over. I think the Grand Ole Opry did start like that, though small. But you know, I come out at the beginning of the night. We greet the people, and doors open at 6. I dress like, who was it, Porter Wagner.
Oh.
Yeah, my crew does some things. They bring me on, and then I do a few songs, and then we do a little special that's my favorite part's when we do Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes. And then each of the guys start doing their song that they like from the past, you know. And then, of course, Buddy Holly. I'm telling you what, if you ain't seen Buddy Holly, he's there. Somebody said, I thought Elvis was dead. Elvis ain't dead. He's just been running around the back halls with us. And then after that, we take a little intermission, and then we bring on the Grand Ole Opry stars. So the guys that we have on our Opry have been on the Grand Ole Opry. We're close to getting on there ourselves, but we're just happy. Actually, we do this 3 or 4 times a year, and it helps as a non-for-profit Huntingburg Event Center. And we're glad to do that. They give us a venue, and we try to give back.
Yes, and again, from what I saw for the last show, at least, it looked very sold out. So it's exciting to continue to see that it's growing, advancing, and all of the great things that kind of go on with that. Because you guys put on a true show for those few hours that you have the center stage.
Yes, we throw a little, you know, the hee-haw humor in there, and that we took to the showdown one night, you know. Love that showdown. But, you know, Gail comes in there and does her Minnie Pearl thing. And then you've got Dean, her sweetie that is our Waylon, we'll call it, and got that real deep country voice, and who's a great songwriter himself. And then Cousin Kurt, who does the Buddy Holly. And he does some old Buck Owens tunes and Ricky Nelson tunes. So that always works out. And we've got Isaac Corley from down in Kennelton. And Isaac is an old soul in a young body. He likes doing the old Porter Wagner stuff. And he just recorded some stuff. Matter of fact, Gail and Dean and Greg and Dottie is husband and wife on our team. And Greg plays lead and Dottie plays bass. Then they all do their thing, and then they've all been to Nashville recording with some of my friends down there. And then Isaac has a new song coming out before long. Donnie Revel comes from Mount Carmel, Illinois. He's a steel player, and Barry Strasser from Newburgh on the piano. And we have Greg Manette on the drums. And then, of course, you throw all that together, and you bring up the Opry star. And we're just having a good time. And if they're not coming to see that Opry, where can you go see an Opry show for $20? It's $25 if you get them the day of the door. But usually 30 or 40 people come straggling in on that day. But they'll sit at home and wonder what's good to do. Where can we go? Without having to drive to Nashville. If you go to Nashville and see a show like that, we just came back from Branson. We got to walk the red carpet with Leona Williams. She was
wow.
A special lady in her own self, had some songs in the day, and was married to Merle Haggard for 10 years. She invited us to walk the red carpet with her on the awards night. So Miss Rochelle was smiling ear to ear, and we just had a good time in Branson. So we meet more people when we travel, and we really got a kick out of Ken Mellons and his wife with her fiddle. Was unbelievable. So, we're just having fun.
That sounds amazing. Again, just amazing opportunities. So much talent I'm hearing, which is very exciting. So doors open at 6 Eastern at the Huntingburg Event Center on Saturday. Show starts at 7. Is that right?
It is. And we want to thank our sponsors, of course, B&B Extermination, the Selvin General Store. If you haven't been down in Selvin to eat, I'm telling you what. My doctor won't let me have some of the stuff they're serving, but it's good stuff. And Zare's Autos, there you go. In Birdseye, Kelly and Trish and the Pork and the gang. Evil Air Developments, got to spend some time with Steve the other day. Had a great conversation, and all their support, they help. Best Home Furnishings, Jackie over there, and Mitch is one of our biggest fans. He'll be there. Brookside Village, St. Charles Health Campus, Stryker Construction, Du Bois County Tourism, Freedom Bank, German American, Tiemann Realty, Gene and Stacy. You need a house sold, they'll sell it. Kunkel Insurance, Nan over there. And our biggest sponsor is 101 Country WBDC. And thanks Scott Solomon on Saturday morning for giving some of them tickets away. And that's how we do it. That's how it keeps growing. New people hear it. We've got them coming from Evansville. Matter of fact, one couple that comes to Tim Atwood comes from about 4 hours away.
Wow.
So it's just growing. They want something, when that COVID hit, it really done a number. It took a while to get people out of the house. And now they're coming out, and we're just having a blast. So if they're sitting at home looking for something to do, they need to come out to the Huntingburg Event Center this Saturday night. Doors open at 6. We start at 7. It goes to about 9:30. The last show of the year, so get up off that couch. Take Grandma and Grandpa to the show. If you can't afford to go, you need to take it. You give me a call. BR549.
All right. Yes, I will say as well. It's if the weather's going to be anything like it has the past few days, being inside the Huntingburg Event Center and experiencing this event, and you don't have to be in the weather. That is, I think that's a selling point in itself. And again, advanced ticket sales are available now on Eventbrite. You can just look up David Wayne and His Opry Gang. You can buy those tickets for $20 a pop right now, or you can buy them for $25 at the door. So there, lots of opportunity, and it's never too late, right?
And never too late. And you know what? If you haven't tuned in to Miss Amanda on her oldie show, I'm telling you what, Scott does it great on Saturday, and if you want to really get nostalgic, you listen to Miss Amanda with her show. I know she's got a name for it, but call in and request something old once in a while,
She's on Lunch with the Legends every lunch hour here on WBDC, and then, of course, she's got Across the Country with Amanda on Sundays, and that's her syndicated show, so she's all around the world, honestly, so... lots of exciting stuff coming out of our studios. And David Wayne, it's always a pleasure to have you and just to see your enthusiasm about old country music.
Yeah, and hey, if they get a chance this season, I'd like you to think of the people a little less fortunate and stop in at Shared Abundance, write them out a check to help somebody or throw a nickel in the bucket when you can.
Right. David, lots of a very tall order for this upcoming Opry. Did we miss anything or anything else you want to make sure to mention?
No, I think you're going to love Tim Atwood, and Roxanne is a show herself. She got an award in Branson, his wife, so they get all around. But you people come see us. This is David Wayne signing off because we're real people. How do you say?
Local people watching local people for my 18 WJTS crew. But thank you so much, David, for all you do. And very best of luck, Break a Lake, for the Opry this weekend.
Oh, not again.
Not again. Only once. But you have been listening and watching 18 WJTS In.form, as well as 101 Country WBDC In.form. Again, the David Wayne and His Opry Gang featuring Tim Atwood. That's Saturday, November 16th. You can buy tickets online now. You can buy them at the door. You can call the Huntingburg Event Center if you have any questions or whatnot. Doors open at 6 p.m. Eastern, and the show starts at 7. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We will have David Wayne's The Blue of Your Eyes coming up next here on 101 Country WBDC.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.